My girlfriend broke into my locked desk looking for evidence of cheating because all men cheat. She found the receipt for the brand new car I bought as her surprise gift. She called me crying happy tears. I told her, take it back. I don't date snoops. I, 29 male, got home from work last Tuesday to find my girlfriend, 27, sitting on the couch, mascara running, holding a piece of paper. The locked drawer on my desk was hanging open, the small lock I'd installed completely busted off. She looked up when I walked in. I found it. My brain needed a second to catch up. Found what? Did you break into my desk? I had to know. Her voice cracked. Every guy I've dated has cheated. Every single one. I needed to be sure. The paper in her hand was the purchase receipt for a 2023 Honda Civic. $23,000 paid in full 3 days ago. The car I'd been planning to surprise her with for her birthday next month. I'd been saving for 18 months, working overtime, skipping trips with friends, the whole 9 yards. She stood up, tears streaming. You bought me a car? Baby, I'm so sorry. All men cheat and I couldn't. Stop. My voice came out flat, cold. You broke into my locked desk. I know, but I was so scared you were. You invaded my privacy because you decided I was guilty before I did anything. But you weren't. You were buying me a car. She was smiling now like this was somehow okay. This is the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me. I took the receipt from her hand. Where's the key to my desk? I broke the lock with a screwdriver. But baby, it doesn't matter now because... Get out. Her smile vanished. What? Pack your stuff. Leave. We're done. You're joking. I just explained why You violated my trust, broke my property, assumed I was a cheater with zero evidence. That's not love. That's paranoia and disrespect. But the car. You bought me a car. I was going to. Past tense. Now I'm returning it, or keeping it for myself. Haven't decided yet. She started ugly crying. The heaving, snotty kind. Please, I made a mistake. I'll pay for the lock. I'll go to therapy. I have trust issues from my exes. Your exes didn't break into locked furniture. You did. That's on you, not them. You can't be serious right now. I'm dead serious. You've got until I finish making dinner to be gone. Otherwise, I'm calling the cops for property damage. Property damage? Over a stupid lock? You broke into my private belongings. Yeah, property damage. Now move. She grabbed her phone, probably calling her best friend for backup. I went to the kitchen and started making pasta like my relationship hadn't just imploded. 20 minutes later, she was still packing, still crying, still trying to argue. Her best friend showed up, gave me death glares, helped her load bags into her car. You're an asshole, the friend said on her way out. Cool, I replied. Make sure she takes all her stuff. I don't want her coming back. The door slammed. I ate my pasta in silence. Then I called the dealership and scheduled the return for the end of the week. Update 1. It's been 5 days. The entitlement levels are honestly impressive. Day 1 after the breakup, she texted me about 30-something times. Started with apologies, moved to justifications, ended with anger. I said I was sorry. You're throwing away 2 years over one mistake. My therapist says I have abandonment issues. Fine. Be that way. I hope you're happy alone. I responded once. I am, actually. Don't contact me again. She called from her best friend's phone an hour later. I declined. Then her mom called. Her mom. A woman I'd met exactly twice. My daughter is devastated. She made one little error in judgment, and you're punishing her? She broke into my locked desk. That's not a little error. She has trauma from past relationships. You should be more understanding. Understanding doesn't mean accepting invasions of privacy. We're done. Please stop calling. Young man, you are being incredibly immature. I hung up. Blocked the number. The dealership was cool about the return. Full refund minus a $500 restocking fee. Whatever. Better than giving a car to someone who thinks breaking locks is acceptable behavior. Day 3. Her best friend posted on social media. Vague nonsense about men who punish women for having feelings and emotional abuse disguised as boundaries. Didn't name me specifically, but everyone who knew us could tell. Some mutual acquaintances reached out, asking my side. I explained briefly. She broke into my locked desk, looking for cheating evidence. Found a car receipt, got excited. I dumped her for the violation of trust. Mixed reactions. Some got it, some thought I overreacted. My buddy from work summed it up best. Dude, she went full spy mode on you. That's psycho behavior. Day 4, she showed up at my apartment. I'd already changed the locks. Landlord approved it given the property damage to my desk. She knocked for 10 minutes before giving up. Found a note under my door later. We need to talk like adults. I deserve a chance to explain properly. I texted. You explained. You don't trust men because of your past. That's a you problem. Don't come back here or I'm filing harassment charges. No response to that one. Day 5 was yesterday. Her sister called. Different approach. Look, she messed up. She knows that. But don't you think breaking up over this is extreme? She broke my lock and invaded my privacy. How is that not breakup worthy? She was scared. Her last boyfriend cheated on her with 3 different women. And I'm not her last boyfriend. I'm her ex-boyfriend, who she didn't trust despite never giving her reason not to. Can't you just forgive her? She's willing to work on her issues. She can work on them without me. We're done. The sister tried a few more angles. I stayed firm. Eventually she gave up. But here's where it gets wild. This morning I got a message request on Instagram from her ex, the one who supposedly cheated with 3 women. Hey man, heard what happened. Just wanted to say she pulled the same trust issue crap with me. Accused me of cheating constantly, went through my phone, my computer, everything. The 3 women thing was her finding messages between me and coworkers. Work stuff. But she twisted it into affairs. Figured you should know she has a pattern. Good luck. I sat there staring at my phone. Processing. She'd told me her ex was a serial cheater, used it to justify her trust issues, but according to him, she was the problem. The paranoid one. And honestly, given what she did to my desk, I believe him. She created her own nightmare by refusing to trust anyone. Update 2. 2 weeks since the breakup, the entitlement reached absolutely unhinged levels. After the ex's message, I did something probably petty. I responded, asked for details. He sent screenshots, messages between them from 2 years ago. Her accusing him of affairs based on literally nothing. Him defending himself. Her demanding passwords to everything. Him refusing. Her calling him controlling for wanting privacy. Same pattern, different guy. I saved everything. Had a feeling I'd need it. Day 8 after the breakup, she tried a new tactic. Sent me a video message, 5 minutes of her crying, apologizing, explaining her trauma, promising therapy, begging for another chance. I know I violated your trust, but you violated mine first by keeping secrets. The car was a secret because it was a surprise gift. Not exactly the same thing. I didn't respond. Blocked her on Instagram. Day 9, her mom called my mom. Yes, really. Complained that I was being cruel and heartless, that her daughter was suffering. My mom, bless her, shut it down. My son set a boundary. Your daughter crossed it. He doesn't owe her forgiveness. Her mom apparently said something about the car, about how I led her daughter on with expensive gifts I then took away. My mom, he didn't take anything away. She destroyed the trust required to receive it. Gotta love my mom. Day 10, she tried showing up at my work. Security stopped her at the front desk. She claimed she needed to give me important documents. Apparently the busted lock from my desk, which she'd wrapped up with a bow and an apology note. Security called me. I told them I didn't want any contact, to send her away. They did. Professional as hell. She apparently made a scene, crying in the lobby. Security had to escort her out. My boss heard about it, called me in. Want to explain why your ex-girlfriend is crying in our lobby? I explained the desk situation, the car, the breakup, her escalating behavior. He nodded. Document everything. If she comes back, we'll handle it legally. Day 12. Things escalated. She filed a police report claiming I stole her car. The car I'd bought, registered in my name, that I'd returned to the dealership before ever giving her keys. 2 cops showed up at my apartment. I showed them the receipt, my name, my credit card, the return confirmation, everything. Explained the whole situation. The older cop sighed. This is a civil matter at best. You never gave her possession of the vehicle. She's claiming emotional distress and financial promises, the younger one added. Says you verbally agreed to gift her the car. I was planning to. Then she broke into my locked desk and destroyed the trust necessary for that gift. I changed my mind before transfer of ownership. That's legal. They agreed. Left after warning me to keep documentation of everything. I immediately called a lawyer. Consultation fee was $200. She listened to everything, reviewed my evidence. You're in the clear legally. The car was never hers. The desk she damaged is yours, but I'd recommend a restraining order if this continues escalating. What counts as escalating? More workplace visits, damage to property, threats, keep a log of every contact attempt. I started the log that day. Day 13 brought the most entitled move yet. Her best friend and her sister showed up at my apartment building, waited in the parking lot for me to get home from work, ambushed me at my car. "We need to talk," the best friend said. "No, we don't. Leave." She's devastated, barely eating, can't sleep. This is destroying her. "That's unfortunate, not my problem." Her sister jumped in. "You really can't forgive one mistake? After 2 years together?" She broke into my locked desk, violated my privacy, destroyed my property, based on paranoid assumptions. That's not one mistake, that's a pattern of behavior I don't want in my life. But she's getting therapy now. Good for her. She can work on herself without me. The best friend got aggressive. "You're really going to throw away a relationship over a stupid desk?" "No, I'm ending a relationship because my girlfriend didn't trust me despite me never giving her reason not to. The desk is just evidence of that. You're being cruel and vindictive. I'm protecting myself from someone who thinks breaking into locked furniture is acceptable. Big difference." Her sister tried tears. "Please, just talk to her. 5 minutes. She deserves closure." She got closure when I told her to leave. "We're done. Stop showing up here or I'm calling the cops for harassment." They finally left. But not before the best friend said, "You're going to regret this. She was the best thing that ever happened to you." I went inside, added the incident to my log, and ordered takeout. Day 15 was yesterday. The final straw. I got an email from a family lawyer. Her family hired an attorney. They're threatening to sue for promissory estoppel, basically claiming I made a promise to give her the car, and she relied on that promise to her detriment. Except I never promised anything. It was a surprise. She only found out by breaking into my desk. I forwarded the email to my lawyer. She called within an hour, laughing. "This is ridiculous. They have no case. You made no promise. She took no action in reliance. There's no detriment. This is intimidation." So what do? I'll respond, firmly. "Shut this down. And I'm recommending we file for a restraining order. This is harassment. We filed yesterday afternoon. Hearing scheduled for next week. I also changed my number. Fresh start. Only gave it to family, close friends, and work. Complete communication blackout with her and her entire circle. The piece is incredible. Final update. 3 weeks since the desk incident. Everything's resolved. Time to close this chapter. The restraining order hearing was last week. She showed up with her mom and the same lawyer who sent the threatening email. I brought my lawyer and documentation of everything. Photos of the damaged desk lock. The car receipt showing my name as purchaser. Return confirmation from dealership. Her ex's screenshots showing the pattern of paranoid behavior. Police report she filed falsely claiming I stole her car. My log of every contact attempt, workplace visit, parking lot ambush. The judge reviewed everything. Asked her direct questions. "Ma'am, did you break into your boyfriend's locked desk?" "Yes, but I thought he was." "Yes or no, please." "Yes." "And the car was registered in his name?" "Yes, but he was giving it to me." "As a surprise, correct? You found out by breaking into his desk?" "Well, yes, but..." "So he made no promise to you directly?" "He bought it for me." The judge looked tired. "But you only knew about it because you violated his privacy and damaged his property." Her lawyer tried arguing about verbal contracts and promises. Judge wasn't having it. "There's no contract here. Gifts required delivery and acceptance. The vehicle was never delivered. Mr. My last name discovered a violation of trust and chose not to complete the gift. That's his right." Her mom started crying. Her lawyer looked frustrated. Furthermore, the continued contact after being asked to stop, the workplace visit, the false police report, these constitute harassment. The restraining order is granted. 6 months, no contact. She burst into tears, real ones this time. Her mom tried arguing with the judge, got warned by the bailiff. Outside the courthouse, her mom tried one more time. "You've ruined her. She's a mess because of you." My lawyer stepped in. "Ma'am, you're violating the restraining order by proxy. Leave now." They left. Finally, the promissory estoppel threat vanished after the hearing. Her lawyer probably told her they had no case. My lawyer's final bill was $1,200. worth every penny for peace of mind. The dealership actually called me a few days after returning the car. Said they had a buyer interested but wanted to give me first option to buy it back at a slight discount since I'd returned it so quickly. I thought about it, decided against it. Too many memories attached now. They sold it to the other buyer. I took my refund minus fees, put it back in savings. Through mutual friends, I heard what happened with her. She moved back in with her parents. The workplace incident got back to her boss somehow, had to explain why she was causing scenes at her ex's job. Got a warning about professionalism. Her best friend apparently distanced herself after realizing the full story. Turns out showing up at someone's workplace and parking lot is harder to defend than she thought. Her ex, the one who messaged me, posted something vague about dodging bullets. After hearing about the restraining order, I didn't engage, but I appreciated the validation. The broken desk lock, I replaced it with a better one. Reinforced the drawer too. The desk sits in the same spot in my apartment. I use it daily. No longer reminds me of betrayal, just reminds me I have boundaries and enforce them. My mom's been checking in regularly. She's proud of how I handled it. Some women need to learn that trust is earned, not owed, she said. And violations have consequences. Work's been normal. Boss appreciated how I handled the situation professionally. Security knows to call me if she shows up again. She hasn't. The mutual friends who thought I overreacted eventually heard the full story. The broken lock, the false police report, the lawyer threats, all of it. Most came around. The ones who didn't? Not my friends anymore. I'm not dating yet. Taking time to process. My therapist? Yeah, I started going. Says what I experienced was a form of emotional violation, that my boundary setting was healthy and necessary. She also said something that stuck. Someone who loves you doesn't break into your locked belongings. Someone who loves you trusts you until given reason not to. The car thing still stings. I'd put so much effort into that surprise. 18 months of saving, planning, imagining her face when I gave her the keys. But I'm glad I found out who she really was before that moment. Before marriage, before kids, before legally binding our lives together. She showed me she didn't trust me. Showed me she'd rather violate my privacy than communicate. Showed me she'd make me pay for her ex's mistakes. That's not love. That's insecurity weaponized. The restraining order expires in 5.5 months. I doubt she'll try anything after that. But if she does, I'll handle it the same way I handled everything else, with clear boundaries and zero tolerance for disrespect. Someone asked me yesterday if I regretted being harsh with her. If maybe I should have given her another chance. I thought about it. Really thought about it. Then I looked at my desk, at the reinforced lock I installed, at the peace I feel knowing my space is respected. No regrets. She made a choice when she broke that lock. I made a choice when I told her to leave. She thought finding the car receipt would fix everything, that the gift would override the violation. But here's the thing about trust. Once it's broken, no gift is expensive enough to repair it. The car was worth $23,000. My peace of mind? Priceless. Time to move forward. Alone, yeah. But with my boundaries intact and my dignity preserved. And honestly, that's worth more than any relationship built on paranoia and broken locks.